Good day to you. My name is Maria Kądzielska and you're watching Poland Daily Culture. Imagine a world without a big government, when people have a lot of freedom and they can choose, well, a lot of things, how much sugar they drink in their drink, and, what decisions they make. They don't need to pay a lot of taxes. But, for example, they don't have a public transportation. Well, all these things are to answer right now. Tomasz Kołodziejczyk is with our studio, an advocate of libertarianism, a freedom.
Yes, there we are. We just want less government. We don't think it's doing good for people.
Well, but of course the question is, well, the government is also supposed to take care of the most weak and those who people don't want to take care of. And the government is the one who is supposed to provide some sort of, for example, public transportation or...
Well, it was not the government who invented cars and transportation. It is not the government which raised people out of poverty in China by, giving them access to the global markets, by giving them jobs. It's not the government that invented containers, ships. It's not the government that makes us all connected with phones. It's all markets. It looks like the entrepreneurial spirit of the people is moving us forward and is bringing us out of poverty. Government is the force which is stopping businesses to happen, which is pretending to be helping but gaining political power from it. If we actually look at societies and history, the most good for the people was done by the people. And who did the most worse? Who did the biggest murders, concentration camps?
Part of the state, of course, led by people. And the other thing is that if we allow all of this, but human beings are awful creatures, and down there in our natures
Well, I don't think so, but if there is a possibility that some of us are awful creatures, maybe we shouldn't give people power. Maybe society shouldn't be organized where we have sultan, sheikh, tsar, president, prime minister.
Maybe it's part of the nature of human beings that unfortunately some of them wants to be over the others, called the noble blood.
Today we legalize it. Today we give people power who can buy votes, and it's not everybody can get power. Maybe we should just get rid of it and let people do businesses within themselves. Why do we need kings? Why do we need authorities? It's not 17th century anymore. But today politicians have even more power than kings used to have.
The other thing is, of course, do everybody actually in the society want to bear this responsibility? Because some of the others, they just don't want to bear the responsibility of freedom, which is the fact that you need to organize yourself, organize your time.
Yeah, people are organizing themselves within groups, families, communities, friends, but all this attending to these groups, participation in these groups is usually voluntary. However, participation in a government program of 500 plus is not voluntary because each of us pay for it. Each of us pays for the roads, for hospitals, for people who don't have cars pay for the roads. Should they? So there is like many within the government. We basically pay much more for the things that we don't need, but the government tells us that we need them so we can vote for them. But within like a private sector, we pay for what we want, and usually what we get better quality.
Well, this is of course the element, that's what you're advocating. That of course the question is usually would like people to pay, for example, for high culture, or we do see value and how many. And on the other hand, so many of them would like to pay.
Well, there is no such thing as free lunch. There is, even high culture, the great singer, he will be paid somehow, either by people who go attend to his concert, or by being forced by government and get money from everybody in taxes. We do not see, the 50 cents here, 50 cents there, which government takes from us with taxes, but we see big funds being given, after pandemic or with grants. We see what government is doing because it's using lots of money, but we kind of forget that actually it's our money that the government is giving. And on the way, it's also taking some for himself.
And for the administration, absolutely. So all of this you are promoting, and you've recently finished the Weekend of Capitalism. Is there anything you would like to invite our viewers to watch, see, attend, or read?
Well, I would like our audience to watch what your government is doing, to watch how much money is spending on what, and if this is actually a reasonable amount of money, and maybe try to check what, like, classics of 200-300 years ago, like Hayek, Bastiat, were writing about government and how the economy actually works. Maybe then it would be easier for just regular people like us to comprehend how much evil, how much harm is done by the governments.
Well, the open question and invitation to all of you, the people, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture, please watch your government and answer to all of those questions which Tomek gave you, and maybe you will also become libertarian in some part of your soul. And again, thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.